I know you've had a ton of experiences on the road. You've won several folk writing, songwriting competitions. And what are some, will you just like get, paint a picture of one of your favorite evenings or moments on the bike tour, or just what's a sort of a special memory that, that you never would have had if you hadn't been so brave and just taken off on your bike and gone on this adventure?
Yeah. Ooh, that's a great question. So does your audience know about the bike tour? Should I summarize that?
I would go for it, yes, because we're probably going to be doing like little snippets, and
Yeah.
let's assume nobody knows nothing.
So in the summer of 2021, I decided instead of a normal music tour, I wanted to bike across the US. So from Seattle to Boston, and was in no way linear. I traversed the US with a support van carrying my merch and guitar. So I was not crossing the Rockies with a guitar on my back. I figured just me and the bike was enough of a challenge. And I played over 60 shows in 10 weeks and made it all the way across and dipped my wheels in both oceans. And paired up with a really wonderful nonprofit called Pangea World Foundation to raise money and awareness for their causes that they work toward. And the man, for some reason, one of the standout moments that's coming to me right now, and any day you ask, I'll pick something different, was when I was in Oregon and probably somewhere around Bend. I had nowhere to play or stay in Western Oregon for the following 3 days. So it was just totally up in the air. So I played a show in Bend and announced to the audience, like, I need to go west. Anyone have friends there? and people just were so helpful. And someone was like, oh, my sister's in Baker City. And so I was like, great. And I'm calling her sister and I'm like, I'm coming. Can I stay with you? And she was like, yeah. And, in the town 30 miles east of here, they do like a yoga class in the park. And maybe it could be like yoga and a concert in the park. And I said, yes, that sounds great. And so it was so like fly by the seat of my pants. And turns out in this like tiny town in Oregon,
Sorry.
I had a friend from college living there who hosted me on a blow up air mattress. And after their yoga class, I set up my amp and played a concert on the lawn in this town. Oh, and of course, like it was like a super like conservative area, and my songs aren't like they're not necessarily like political, but they're for sure not conservative. And but they seemed to dig it, and it was so beautiful. And I felt so free being in the spontaneous flow of like whatever happens and people are good, and they always showed up for me.
That's so awesome.